Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to use the image which you see here as the reference for the landscape which I'm going to paint here. This is a linen canvas. I've taped it to a board and I'm using a glass palette, and I have titanium white, ultramarine blue, yellow ochre, chrome yellow and burnt sienna as my colors. So the first thing what I'll do is start with drawing the outlines. So I have some color from yesterday's painting still on my brush. I'll use some burnt sienna in that and then use that for painting the outline, or rather this would be the drawing of the landscape. I'll pull the horizon still up if as compared to the photograph you are seeing, because I want to have this distance, the feel of the distance enhanced. So the large tree will be somewhere here, and obviously as you can see this part is lit by direct light, and that's why the sun rays are coming from this side. And so this part will be, this side will be darker, and then I have a smaller tree or a branch of the same tree somewhere on this side. And as this is a small painting, I won't be painting too many details in that. This will cast a shadow this way, and then there are these bushes and trees in the distance, and clouds I won't paint with this color. And the thing what I want to take in the painting are the marks of the road or marks of the track. So maybe I'll pull them this side. I just want to make sure that they don't end up in the corner. So I think this should be fine. And there is this shadow of these trees which we don't see on this side, and that'll be somewhere like this. I'll pull some of that on the road also. So till now I have placed the darks for this tree, then applied some lights or midtones rather, not lights, and also have painted these distant trees. I'm yet to, this is the base color for them. I will add some midtones on that later on, and I've started painting the land or the earth which is there. It's a farm. It has been, the crop is long gone, it's taken, and now because of the summer it's there's no new crop which is being sown there, so it's kind of dusty, but there is beauty in it. So, and that's what I'm painting. So I have this color which I made for this land, and I'm applying that. I'm changing the lightness or darkness of the color in some places just to make it interesting. It's, I don't want to make it or I don't want it to look monotonous. And because there is no grass on this, I don't want to show any vertical brush marks, because that will kind of hint as if there is grass on that, at that place, which I don't want. And if you remember from the earlier stages, there is going to be shadow here. So I will, instead of covering this and then painting the shadow, I will start laying in the darker color. I want to add a tinge of blue in it to make it dark. And let's see how this looks. I think I'll start with this and then modify it if needed. As the shadow goes away from the object that's casting it, becomes lighter and lighter. I need more burnt sienna. You also have to manage the values in your painting so as to, or for the composition to work properly. So if I make this area lighter, the viewer's attention might be pulled this side, but I want it to go towards this place, and that's why I have to make these areas darker than that. I think I'll leave it at that. And let me restate the shadow of the tree. So now I'm using this lighter color to show the tire marks. And I have to cross here, so let's take a deep breath and draw it. I think that needs to be slightly wider, so can need to get rid of this. To show the perspective, I have to get these lines apart. Yeah, and then let me turn it here and take it into distance. I think this looks okay. Let's move ahead with this. We can always correct it later if needed. And I think I will bring in the shadow a bit on the road, because otherwise it looks as if it's not touching the road. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, now I think I need to slightly cool this shadow portion. It's too warm. So I'm adding a bit of blue on top of it so that it becomes slightly cooler. And take it slightly further here. Okay, now let's come to the sky. For the sky, I will first paint the blue areas and then paint the clouds. Make it slightly more bluish. And let's, yeah, should be okay. Let me paint the outlines of the clouds first, and then I will come in with lighter color and adjust those shapes. Now I'll come in near the edge of the trees. I anyway want this edge to be soft, so I'll use this brush to soften the edge. And now I think I can come in with slightly darker or a grayish color for the underside of the clouds. So I made a gray with blue and brown, and now let me apply it here. I think that's too dark. It'll become lighter when I apply the white. I think I need to come in with the blue again and fine tune the things. I think I can do some final touches for the clouds with palette knife. Okay, now this kind of completes the second stage of the painting where every area has some color, and now it's time to get into the details phase of the painting, wherein we look at the painting for more time and add details only where it is necessary. I'll start with the clouds again because I think they need some more adjustment. Yeah, I think I'll stop working on the sky and now concentrate on other areas. So coming back to this area, I need to add some variety there. So I'll maybe add a touch of this color in some places. That will soften the edge as well as create some variety in color. Maybe some of this. And some darker blues and dark greens also in some places. Even if it's not so dark, I'll use this dark here. Maybe I'll add this color in here. So that it suggests some area which we are able to see through the from under the foliage of this tree. I want this to be darker. I think that's enough. The tree trunk or the area near the tree trunk can be still darker. I think a suggestion is enough. This won't be so dark. I think we are very close to the completion. What I'll do is I'll make a few marks here and there where people have traveled or walked, and that's why these lighter markings are there, because this is the marking of a vehicle, but there are other areas where we are able to see lighter areas where people have walked through this farm and use this color in some places. I think it's time to sign, and that's the completion of the painting process. Let's now remove the tape and see how it looks. So as you can see, I started with the line drawing of maybe a very bare minimum amount, just to get the shapes in their place and of right size, using this photo as the reference. And then we started laying in the darks first. So I painted this tree, this line of trees, and then I painted this. And because this color is reddish because it's shadow falling on this land, and then I painted the sky and then added some details. That's about it. I mean, it's not a very complicated painting, but I think it's time to see it in a completed manner. I hope you enjoyed painting this with me, and I urge you to give this a try yourself so that you can improve your own art and then paint your own paintings. And what you see on your screen now are few of the other painting videos which continue the oil painting story. So I will see you there. Thank you.